Hello, I'm Bobby. You watch Bobby News. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go. The world can seem like a pretty terrible place sometimes. However, it's important to look at the bigger picture. There will always be people doing good, always be people looking to help out, to make a positive difference. What follows is a list of 10 of those people, though billions like them exist in the world. Fear not, friends. There will always be good in the world. One story. Jack Swanson, a 7-year-old boy who donated every dime he had to his name to a vandalized mosque. When the Texas boy heard that a local mosque had been vandalized in a hate crime, Jack sprang into action. That very same afternoon he gave every penny of the $20 he had accumulated over quite some to the mosque. While $20 may not seem like much, it was everything to that little boy, and truly a sign that kindness exists in generations to come. The future isn't as bleak as it may seem. Story. Wang Han, a former millionaire in China who went into debt to rescue hundreds of dogs. It all started 2012 when 29-year-old Wang Han's dog went missing. After ages of searching, he was allowed to try his luck at finding his pooch in the slaughterhouse. He didn't find his own dog, unfortunately, rather deplorable conditions and unspeakable acts of cruelty. He made a vow to save as many dogs as he could, creating a shelter for them in an abandoned steel factory. Wang Han might not be able to save every dog, but he is making an enormous difference in the lives of those he is able to shelter and is willing to go to great lengths to do so. Care and compassion for others extends beyond just human-to-human relations. To do so much for animals is a remarkable feat of kindness. Story. Holly Christensen, a former cancer nurse who makes princess wigs out of yarn for sick kids. Ads by kiosk. Losing one's hair while undergoing chemotherapy can be a traumatizing experience, especially for children. Holly Christensen, mother of 3 and former oncology nurse, aims to help make things a little easier. With the help of partner Bree Hitchcock and money raised by their GoFundMe page, the Magic Yarn Project was created, helping kids all over the world feel beautiful. 4. Josh Saganek, the track inspector who fixed up an old man's home. Josh Saganek was working across the street from 75-year-old Leonard Bullock's home when he overheard some teenagers making fun of the condition of the house. Saganek could tell the comments bothered the elderly man, so he rallied up some volunteers and fixed the place up. With supplies donated from Tum Alum Lumber, volunteers were able to fix up the porch and give the home a fresh coat of paint, truly breathing life into the place. Bullock and his wife were said to be absolutely ecstatic over the change. According to the media, "I'm a hero. I'm not a hero, I just heard something that bothered me," Saganek said. Anyone would have done the same thing. Everyone has it in their heart to do things like this. Story. Yao Ming, retired NBA superstar turned animal conservation activist. Shark fin soup is considered a delicacy in China, a status symbol or sorts. 1 in 4 shark species is now endangered. The Chinese people didn't even know sharks were dying for the soup. The Mandarin translation for shark fin soup is fish wing soup. Yao Ming used his celebrity status to educate the masses on the cruelty of the shark fin soup practices, and now an astounding 91% support a nationwide ban of shark fin consumption. Yao Ming is also working to end the poaching of elephants and rhinos for their tusks and horns. His efforts are saving lives. Story. Carol Suchman, who bought out an entire store and donated all the toys to homeless children. When Carol Suchman walked by a for-rent party store in NYC, she saw an opportunity. Toys, school supplies and stuffed animals lined the shelves. After negotiating with the owner, she was able to buy the store in its entirety. She bagged it all up and donated it to the Department of Homeless Services, ensuring that every child, no matter what their situation may be, would have something to open on Christmas morning. Story. The teenage boys who helped a little genie and Thomas's little girl learn to skate. Thomas's little girl had been working up the courage to skate for months. It took a little bit of convincing on her mom's end that it wasn't just for boys. When they showed up at the skate park, the little girl was concerned because it was all just full of older boys, but her mom assured that she had just as much of a right to be in the park as they did, and so she made her way down the ramp. It was then that a teenage boy approached her. Jeannie was fully ready to hop in and deliver a lecture on how her little girl had just as much of a right to be there, but instead found herself dumbfounded when, rather than berating the girl, the teenage boy offered to help her fix her stance. For the next hour they skated together. He'd help her up when she fell and gave her pointers. That little girl left the skate park that day feeling unstoppable. 8 story. Tommy Klein, a Dutch man who was tired of seeing trash on the waterfront by his commute to work, so he did something about it. Klein was fed up with the amount of trash that he passed by every day on the way to work, so he decided to pick it up himself. Bags upon bags of trash were gathered over time, with volunteers coming through regularly to help out. Every day he'd fill a bag of trash, 22 bags in total. Thanks to his efforts, a rare bird was able to nest in the bank, which hasn't happened in years. People would tell Klein that there should be more people like him. What's stopping you? Be like Klein, find it in you to make a difference. 9 story. The 300 people who attended a little girl's birthday party. Mackenzie Moroder has Soto's syndrome, a rare genetic disorder that causes brain damage, leading to developmental delays and difficulty with socializing. Her mother made a plea on Facebook after every single person declined her invite. Said plea went viral, leading to 300 people showing up for a birthday extravaganza, catered by a local barbecue joint with frozen-themed cake for dessert. Mackenzie had the time of her life thanks to these 300 strangers. 10 story. Victor Espinoza, the Triple Crown champion who donated his winnings to cancer research. Victor Espinoza was American Pharoah's jockey, the horse that won the Triple Crown in 2015. For years Espinoza has donated a portion of his winnings to City of Hope, a cancer, diabetes and HIV/AIDS research facility, but this time he gave it all. Espinoza visits the facility often, swapping stories and checking in on the patients there. Thank you for watching. Comment on the video and do not forget to subscribe.